Hey y'all, welcome back to Rolling with Stones. So today is going to be a tutorial of how I got this look today. Basically, it's going to be a review of a foundation, and I'm going to show you a couple other new products that I got as well. The foundation that I'm going to review today is the Clinique Even Better Glow Light Reflecting Makeup. I know that's hella long, but it's the light reflecting makeup. This is like a light to medium coverage foundation, leaves you with a luminous glowy skin. It's not heavy at all. It has SPF 15 in it, and it's supposed to actually leave your skin looking radiant with a glow to it. It says if you use it every day, it leaves your skin with a natural glow over time. So I thought that was interesting. So yeah, this is how it looks. If you want to see how I got this look and my thoughts on this foundation, then keep on watching. Okay, so since this is sort of like a luminous foundation that's gonna probably be a little bit more moisturizing, I'm gonna prime my skin using the Scandinavia primer spray, only because it doesn't really have that slickness that some of the other primers have. And from there, I am gonna go ahead and go in with the foundation. It comes in like a little squirt tube type thing. It's liquidy. It's not super liquidy, but it is a little bit more liquidy than what I am used to. So you can see how liquidy it is, but it still has a little bit of texture to it. Go in with my Hourglass foundation brush, which is my go-to foundation brush. I like this because it builds coverage, being that I'm assuming because it's more moisturizing, it's probably gonna be like a light to medium coverage. So this is gonna build the coverage. I already put color corrector, peach color corrector on some of my dark spots just in case it doesn't cover. Yeah, I can see how kind of thin on my hand it is, so it's gonna be see-through. Okay, so it's definitely light to medium coverage. I do like the fact that it completely covered on top of the color corrector. Some foundations, you go on top of the color corrector and you still have to add a little bit of concealer. This one covered pretty good. Like, I feel like I don't have to go over it with concealer, and it looks really good. Definitely feels moisturizing on the face, and it's definitely luminous. Like, it leaves my face with a nice glow. From here, I'm gonna go in and highlight with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the color medium. Using Airspun loose powder, I'm gonna set the highlighted areas. For cream contour, I am going in with Iman foundation stick in the color Earth 4. For brows, I'm going in with the Milani Brow Tint Pen in the color Taupe. I don't know if they still make this, you guys. I've been looking for it at so many Walgreens and Walmart, and I don't see it anymore, so they might have discontinued it. But I really like to use this when my brows are lightened to the color it is now. I'll put a link in the description box to my video on how I lighten my brows, but this is usually what I use whenever my brows are lighter. So another product that's new for me is a NYX product. This is the NYX Vivid Bright. It's a cream color, so you can use this as an eyeshadow base or just basically like a cream eyeshadow. They're extremely pigmented and they stay on very well. This one is in the color Rock Glam. Rock Glam. Just a pretty, almost bronzy rose goldish color. I'm gonna pop this on my lid using a flat shader brush. For my crease, I'm gonna go in with the Tarteist Pro To Go palette, which is a little mini Tarte palette. And I'm gonna use a mixture of Styling and Crisp, the reddish brown and the chocolate brown color together. So the product that I'm probably most excited about, you guys, is a NYX waterproof Epic Ink liner. So I picked this up a couple days ago. I had already did my wing liner using the Kat Von D, I forget what her liner pen is called, the popular one. You know, it looked good. So I thought, well, it did look good. When shopping at the NYX store, came across this. I went over that liner. When I tell you the tip of this is a lot more precise than the Kat Von D one. You have more control over the movement with this one, and it's a lot blacker than the Kat Von D one. So I think the price point on this was like $12 to $15 versus the price of the Kat Von D. I'll probably add that somewhere in the video, the price versus the price if the Kat Von D one is higher. But I definitely like this one a lot better, and this one is waterproof. I'm not sure if the Kat Von D one is waterproof, but it might be. But in my opinion, especially if you have issues with wing liner, I feel like this you have more control. The tip is skinnier as well, so you're able to get that nice skinny precise wing, especially if you have like smaller lids like mine or hooded lids. You're able to have a little bit more control with this guy right here. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna pop on these lashes. These are some Kiss lashes, you guys, that came in a multi-pack. I threw away the label, so please forgive me. I don't know the name of these. I don't know the name of them. So I'm just gonna pop this on, and I did use Duo Lash Adhesive. I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, the medium to deep color, and basically dust this away and like lightly set my foundation with this loose powder. To set the contour, go in and deepen it a little bit further. I'm going in with the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. This one's the medium to dark one, and use the two darkest colors. Using my favorite brush for highlighter. This is my favorite brush, you guys. This is the Morphe M601. This thing is like everything for that highlight. I'm going in with the gold highlighter that's in that Black Radiance palette. For blush, I'm gonna use Gingerly by MAC. To add the little bling on the tip of my nose, I'm going in with the MAC Loose Powder in the color Gold. For mascara, I'm going in with the NYX Worth the Hype mascara. For the lips, I'm gonna go in with Plum Lip Liner by MAC and Cream Cup Lipstick by MAC. And top that off with the Buxom Lip Gloss in Russian White. In White Russian. So that's it, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I am going to come back later on today just to show you guys and let you know how this foundation stood up. It really didn't have any claims on the website how many hours it's supposed to last, but I'm going to keep y'all posted. So right now it is 11:42 a.m. So I'll come back whenever I finish my last client of the day and let you guys know how this foundation stood the test. So I'll see you guys later. Hey you guys, so I'm back and it is now 9:24, so it's probably about 9 hours plus later. So I just wanted to show you guys basically what the foundation, how the foundation stood the test. It looks pretty good overall. I do have little bit of some fine lines coming through around the mouth and the forehead, which for most foundations, I'm just going to see that anyway. It has to be like an exceptional foundation, you know, or something extremely matte for that not to happen. So, and being that this was like a more of a dewy type foundation. I kind of expected that, but overall I feel like it looks good. I don't have too much separation anywhere else. I don't really see pores coming through, just those couple of lines in those areas. So that's about it. Will this be like my favorite foundation? Probably not. But it is very pretty. I do like the fact that it's lightweight and it's not just that full coverage, but it gives you more of a natural feel, especially if you don't wear as much powder as I wear. I love the glowiness that it gave my skin, and in the summertime, that's really, really nice for foundations too. If you don't want anything too heavy for the summertime, especially if you're in a hot climate like Houston, it's pretty good. So yeah, that's it for this foundation review. If there's anything I didn't cover, if you have a comment, leave it down below. Don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me. And until next time, thank you so much for rolling with Stone.